All right, let's just jump right in. What we're talking about today, it's not just another app. It's not some new piece of software. Nope. We're diving into something way bigger. A truly radical vision for the future of work. Imagine a corporate operating system, totally powered by AI, that's designed to be the central nervous system for an entire company. Pretty wild, right? And this quote, man, it just nails the ambition here, doesn't it? The whole point isn't just to make things a little bit better, to build a faster taxi. No way. The goal is to completely reshape how we work, to invent an entirely new way of traveling altogether. Okay, so the first big idea we got to wrap our heads around is this concept of a new layer of AI. Think about it. Right now, our digital lives are just a mess of separate apps, right? We're constantly jumping between them. Well, this is a total, fundamental shift away from that. We're talking about moving into a single, living digital environment. And what's really key here is where this thing sits. It's not trying to replace Windows or your Mac OS. Instead, think of it like an intelligent layer that wraps around everything you do. It's like the connective tissue that finally unifies all those separate tools we're forced to use every day. And this just lays it all out, right? I mean, let's be honest. Most of us live and work in that world on the left. It's fragmented, it's siloed, and we're always the ones who have to adapt to the software. The vision here is to flip that completely. It's the world on the right, a unified environment where the software finally adapts to us. It becomes this active, intelligent companion that actually gets what we're trying to do. Okay, so that's the big idea. But what does it actually feel like? How does this really change your day-to-day workflow when you're sitting at your desk? I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you take this huge, kind of abstract idea and turn it into something real? Something you can actually use? Well, the concept for the user experience is, honestly, it's straight out of science fiction. It's described as a living mirror, this translucent, almost ghost-like interface that just overlays your entire workspace. So it's not another window you have to manage. It's a seamless layer that you just summon with a single word, and boom, it's there, ready to help. So what's under the hood? Well, the whole system is built on some seriously powerful capabilities. First off, every single employee gets their own custom AI avatar. Then it pulls every single application, your CRM, your ERP, all of it, into one unified command palette. This creates what they call a central company memory. Basically, a brain for the entire company that holds every document, every conversation. And on top of that, it deploys these specialized AIs for different departments. A finance AI, a legal AI, each one an expert in its field. But here's the thing. This isn't meant to be a one-size-fits-all deal. Not at all. The real genius, the real power, is how you can tailor this core tech into super specialized products for different industries. And you can see how this plays out. For a law firm, boom, it's an AI paralegal that can draft and review contracts. For doctors and healthcare, it's an AI scribe so they can focus on patients, not paperwork. You go to a bank, it's an automated compliance and fraud detector. See the pattern? Each version is laser-focused on solving the biggest, most expensive headache in that specific industry. All right, so that's how it works for one company. Pretty cool. But now, let's blow this thing wide open. Let's scale the vision up, and I mean way up. What if you could use this OS not just for one business, but to run an entire holding company, to orchestrate dozens of different businesses all at once? And this phrase just says it all. You're not just managing a portfolio anymore. You're building a federated digital civilization of businesses. It's about turning a scattered group of companies into this one interconnected superorganism, all moving in perfect sync. So how on earth would you build something like this? Well, the architecture is pretty fascinating. Let's break it down. At the very bottom, the foundation, you've got a private blockchain. That's for security and for a perfect audit trail. Then, each company in the holding group runs as its own little sub-OS. On top of that, you have the big boss, an AI federation layer. This is the orchestrator AI that delegates tasks down to all the smaller, specialized AIs in each company. And finally, everyone can access the whole thing through a single universal interface. And this is where it gets absolutely mind-bending. Imagine this. The CEO wants to make a big decision. They just say, activate council mode. And instantly, they're in a virtual boardroom. Not with people, but with the AI avatars of each subsidiary. They can literally debate strategies with them, simulate the outcomes of different financial decisions, and get a consensus from their entire empire in minutes. Not weeks, not months, minutes. But this whole vision goes so much deeper than just making a company run better. It starts to ask a bigger question. What would it be like to actually live inside a fully integrated ecosystem like this one? So let's meet someone, a person named Maria from the source material. Maria is a resident here, and for her, the whole idea of a job and a salary, it's just different. Her day starts with a universal basic income, a UBI. But here's the twist. It's not coming from a government. It's distributed by the corporate ecosystem itself. Every single day, like clockwork, Maria and everyone else gets 100 credits deposited into their account. And this isn't some little bonus or a perk. No, this is the entire economic foundation of their civilization. It's a dividend that's automatically generated by the sheer efficiency of the network. And life inside this thing is, well, it's totally integrated. The network itself takes care of the basics. You've got subsidiaries for housing and construction. You've got others providing food and water as a basic right. Transportation, it's all automated and totally free for residents. And then on top of that, the system actually encourages you to be a better citizen. It tracks things like productivity, health, sustainability, and if you do well, you earn bonus credits. So what you end up with is this incredible self-reinforcing economic loop. See how it works? Each business in the network supports the others, and all their combined output goes to support the residents. It's a system where wealth isn't just pulled out and given to shareholders. It's constantly being recycled and reinvested right back into the system to make the whole thing stronger. Which brings us right back to that incredible idea from the beginning. At this point, you're not looking at a group of companies anymore. You're looking at something totally new. A self-sufficient, self-running civilization of businesses. I mean, it's just such a profound idea. It completely blurs the lines between what a company is, what a community is, and heck, even what a nation state is. And it leaves all of us with one huge, provocative question to chew on. Is this the future of the corporation?